Oh, and welcome to the latest Lukozer retro game review video. And for this one, it is the election game. I'll say no, we're not going to see the rules. Now this game is, I'll tell you what, I'll give you an indication of how bad this is right from the outset. You can break the program just by pressing run stop. Right. I mean, you can see the level of quality from that image. Yes, this is the election game from Mastertronic. This came out in 1984, I think. And this is, beyond question, the worst Mastertronic game ever released. You saw the graphics there of what was clearly meant to be the Houses of Parliament. That's the graphics highlights of this game. I'll tell you that now. The game is written entirely in BASIC. As you've seen, I'll demonstrate it again, you can break in the program just by pressing run stop. I don't think you can list the actual, no, you can't list the actual, the program itself. All you get is that, but I mean, if you run it from the ready prompt, the game starts up again. 1983 this came out, okay. And this game is a simulation of all the fun and excitement of an election campaign. All of that fun and excitement. Now, so we won't see the rules. Now, if you, I say if you are, I mean, it's a game where you can have 4 players. I don't know why they programmed that option, because if this is the sort of game that appeals to you, you don't have 3 friends, so you'll never be able to actually use it with 4 players. I mean, they got one thing right here, is obviously this is to lead the Tory party, but they've called it Who Leads the Con Party. That's probably the truest thing in this fucking game. Press return if no one. Well, at the moment, no one does lead the Con Party, so here we go. Who leads the Lab Party? So they can't even be bothered to write out Labour. Who leads the Lib Party? They couldn't even write Liberal. I mean, obviously in these days, Lib Dems didn't exist. But I think the Liberal and SDP alliance was going then in 83, wasn't it? Someone let me know. Actually, you don't have to let me know. I'm not interested. Who leads the Ind Party? So that's independent. So that'll be me. I'll put in a name that is suitably apt for this game. How many rounds of canvassing do you want? I'll do 2. Believe me, you don't want to see more than that. So here we go. Round 1 of 2. And cunt of the independent party. I have 8 grand. I have 15 safe seats and 0 marginal seats. This is the opinion poll for Streatham, where at the moment I am second from last, just ahead of the Conservatives. It's quite impressive how, with the exception of me, they all conveniently have, you know, very nice round figures. 15,000, 17,000, 16,000, and then there's me, 15,478. So how much do I want to spend on canvassing? Fuck it, let's spend 3 grand. Right, here we go. Well managed canvassing gain 517 votes in those places. So Aberystwyth, Radnor, Caithness, Angus, East. Press return to continue. It still has the blinking cursor as well. Right, so opinion polls forecast. Labour look like they've gone down. Lib and Conservative, no change, and I've gone up a bit. Woo. Do you want to extend the canvassing? No, we'll just have 2 rounds. Okay, just 1 round. So the voting has started. Oh look, there are no graphics in the game. This is all character set. There is no sound in the game of any kind. The game is total silence. I mean, look at... oh, fuck off. And... oh, there you go, I won. So, so there was no... I won a seat off of the Labour Party. So they've gone down to 14. So Labour Party is now the 4th party, and I'm now the official government. Albeit only with a... 1 majority, so it's more than a hung parliament. It's a fucking hung, drawn and quartered parliament. So I have a majority of 1 seat forming a minority government. Press return to see the result as a graph, which is the same graph you saw just a few seconds ago. And press return to see the result or the reason for the result. Cunt, you won because of lots of good publicity. Do you want to see the result at each constituency? Well, we can at the moment. So Crawley, I came last there. So press return to see the next one, or Q, then return to stop looking. So yeah, here's the one I won. And Rochdale, I came second from last, and here, well, you get the idea. I won this one. There you go. So Q, do you want to play again? No, not really. And if you type N for no, it takes you to the ready prompt. To say this game is a fucking monumental load of shite is... well, it's insulting to shite. It really fucking is. And, I mean, the final insult with regards to this game, because, I mean, let's face it, everything about this game, from initial idea to finished product, is total fucking bollocks. And so the final insult is that when this game came out, this was not $1.99. I mean, you look at the game, this genuinely is a game that looks like it was rejected from appearing on the Cascade Cassette 50. So, if it had been on Cassette 50, which was 10 quid for 50 games, so you would have paid 2p for it, and you still would have been ripped off. But this game was released by Mastertronic, but it wasn't $1.99. This was $2.99. So for some reason, in 1983, Mastertronic believed that this game deserved a premium of 33%. So they charge you an extra quid for it. I mean, if you are so much of a sadomasochist that you think having your fucking scrotum nailed to a plank of wood is very mild, then this might sort of appeal. But on the other hand, if you possess a single brain cell, avoid this game like the plague, or in fact avoid it like an epidemic that combines the plague, combines fucking bird flu and SARS and AIDS and every other major killer fucking disease and virus you can mention. This game is just unbelievably shite. I mean, look, that's the title page that's supposed to make this game appeal to you. I mean, you know, only complete cunts would look at that and say, yes, that's the game for me. You know, I mean, okay, yeah, it means Jacob Rees-Mogg would rush out and buy it. But anybody else would just take one look at that and just say, fuck off. So, how do I score it? I can't. I just cannot give this a rating. My scoring system doesn't allow it. I've given the A-Team the lowest rating my scoring system allows, I think. But this is worse. This is worse than the A-Team. So actually that will do as a rating. Worse than the A-Team out of 10. And seriously, that means a game cannot get worse than this. If there is a game that exists that was published that is worse than this, don't tell me about it, because I would rather burn my face off than even look at it. So there you go, the election game from Mastertronic. I just can't think of any more words to, describe what a fucking pair of fuck muppets the two people who created this game are. So there you go. The election game from Mastertronic for Commodore 64. Worse than the A-Team out of 10. That brings this video to an end, and we'll see you at the next one.